Here you can see a really short exercise session with Liza. We start by greeting each other. Sportsmanship and fair play stressed on every level in fencing. We start with practicing thrust in place, and meanwhile doing that we practice the position of the weapon holding hand. So you can see me fixing that a couple of times, and we do that in place first, and then we start doing that in motion. But before that you can see me bind her weapon, and she disengages immediately without telling her to do so. Here you can see that. Now you can see her disengaging multiple times when I try to bind her, and she's disengaging. And now we start moving backward and forward, doing the same exercise. Now she did a lunge, but I didn't ask her to. So I asked her to do lunges because she was really nervous, and this is her first lunge. Yep, and the weapon broke. She did a really nice lunge, and here's the last moment before the weapon broke. Hop, there it is. The suit that they are wearing is completely capable of protecting them against situations like that. Weapons are not that sharp when they break. So we are practicing the lunge attack, and we are focused on starting with the hand. Every attack should start with the hand, not the feet. And we are also focusing on automatically disengaging when I bind her weapon. She's doing that really nice. We are doing that exercise in motion and in place as well. Doing it many times, fix all the errors, and concentrating on starting with the hand, good hand position. Here you can see that we are practicing stop thrust when the opponent, me, attacks, and she's trying to stop me with a thrust instead of blocking. You can see it better here that when I'm trying to bind her, she automatically disengages. Doing that over and over and over again. And now to the last and the hardest exercise, which I would like to explain first. It's harder to see, but I'm trying to make it as clear as possible. We try to simulate a real-life attack here. I ask her to bind my weapon and step forward. If I stay in place, she should finish the attack. If I step backward, she should do nothing, and the exercise starts over. You can see that she's kind of having a hard time executing the attack properly. That's because she's stepping forward way faster than she should. Stepping forward should be the preparation phase, and that should be kind of slow, and the attack phase should be really fast. Slowness gives her time to react to my reaction. So if I step back and do react to her threat, which is binding my weapon and stepping forward, she should relax and do the preparation phase again. But the trick comes here. Sometimes I do not step back, but do a parry instead. So this is the third possible execution path, and she doesn't know which one I'm going to execute. So she needs to be prepared to execute one of the three. Not doing anything and restarting the exercise, finishing the exercise with a lunge attack, or automatically disengaging my parry and finishing with a lunge attack. Here you can see that she's still kind of rushing and starting with her feet. So I'm trying to explain her how to start the exercise, how to be slow and start with the hand, and how to be fast at the end. Still leading with her feet, but I'm really confident that she can do that because she did that last week many times. So just hang on, we'll be getting there. After a lot of retries, she starts to get it. Hear how happy I am. Awesome! Yo! And now the big finale. This is the fourth execution path that I introduce. Sometimes I do avoid the bind in the beginning, and then she needs to be aware of that and finish the attack with another bind. This is obviously a really short introduction, and this was a much shorter exercise session that we usually have, but I do really hope that you have some sort of an idea how an exercise session like this look like, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Thank you very much. And here you can see again saluting and greeting each other.